guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's Nudge Kamal here, and I hope you're doing great, and I hope and trust and believe that you've had a great week, just like I have kind of somehow had. And I hope that you have enjoyed yourself, and I hope that you have experienced God's love and many other more good things in between that week. I hope and trust and believe, and I also hope that you have not forgotten to thank the Lord for your wonderful ears, for your wonderful eyes that have enabled you to watch and hear this video. Watch the video and hear my voice. And I also hope that you have not forgotten to thank the Lord for your beautiful hands, your beautiful fingers that should hit that subscribe button, that should like, that should comment, and that should also hit that notification bell right there so you cannot miss any other video I post. So I hope that you have not forgotten to thank the Lord for those great things that he has given you this wonderful week that he has enabled you to do. Yes, that is the end of my self-promotion kind of thingy, but I hope you had a great time, and I hope that you have experienced God's love through that week. And if you have not, there's an opportunity for you to experience that. Doesn't matter what you're going through, doesn't matter where you are in life or anything. God loves you. God's got you. But I'm not going to be talking about that today. And as you have read in the title, I'm going to be talking about embarrassing stories. We have all been embarrassed by people, by things, by a lot of things, you know. And as kids, you're not pretty much ashamed to do you're not pretty much ashamed to do a lot of things, so you just do everything with a lot of confidence and boldness. And I was that type of kid. I did a lot of things with boldness and everything, and they never really ended up well sometimes. But I never let that shape me. I never let that move me. So I really thank God that I wasn't really so much affected by my embarrassing moments. But I'm gonna go straight to number one. Story one. I was a very hype kid, you know. I loved music from like that small age. I was such a big fan of music, and you know, back then it was like 90s. Back then, the music was a little bit different, and even the praise and worship sessions in church were a little bit different. It was so hype, like they were literally lit, like they were just the greatest thing. And I remember I was like 4 years old or something like that, and I was just dancing and singing and enjoying myself, and I was literally in front of the whole church. So there used to be this guy who was a Congolese, and he had, I think there were like 3 or something, and his name was Jean Jacques. And if he's gonna watch this video anyhow, he was such a great musician and a guitarist. Like, that guy used to like jazz me. Like, I've literally never forgotten that guy. I just have like vague memories of him, but he was so good at music, man. They were so good. Like, when they would come to church, it would be crazy. And I remember that Sunday I was wearing I can't remember what I was wearing, a top, but I was wearing a pink white polka dotted skirt. So I'm gonna put a video I'm gonna put a picture of what exactly I'm saying, like a pink white polka dotted skirt. So polka dots are those dots you see on polka dots are polka dots. Polka dots are just polka dots. But I'm gonna put a picture right there to exactly show what I meant. And it was a round skirt, and I loved that skirt. And that day I was, you know, just singing, praising the Lord. Like, me and music were like this. Till date, me and music were like this. I still love music so much. So I was dancing, I was singing, I was so happy, I was so psyched up, I was singing for my God. Like, I was just Daviding. Like, I was literally Daviding. I was singing, jumping, enjoying myself in front of the whole church. Until my awesome dancing and my crazy awesome lead moment was cut short by my skirt falling down. Yeah, my skirt literally fell off my waist. So I was a slim baby, we can say that. I was a slim kid. I mean, I was so hyper. I mean, I could have not been fat at all. My skirt fell off. Yup, in front of the whole church. My skirt fell off to the ground, to the floor. And I was just left with my casueta, you know, and my pant showing all to the world. And the crazy thing is, I never cried. I didn't cry. I know, right? I didn't cry. I was a kid. I was 4 years old or something. I didn't cry. I literally picked up the skirt and continued dancing. Yep. I kept on jumping. I kept on going crazy. But this time when I picked it up, I literally folded it because I knew it would still fall down. So I folded it and I kept on dancing. And when I remember that, it's really great for me. Like I was like, for me, it's really great. I'm like, how? Like, where did I get the confidence to do that? Where did I get the confidence to not cry as a whole church did? I mean, good, of course. I was like in front, yani pale karibu na altar, so it was impossible for no one to not notice that my skirt was on the ground. But I kept dancing, I kept singing, I kept at it. I literally kept at it. It was crazy, crazy lit, and I know I would count it as an embarrassing story, yes, but not then. It wasn't really embarrassing. But when I grew a little bit and people used to come and tell me that story, I was so ashamed of myself. I was like, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. But it was such a great movie. I feel like it's pretty much not an embarrassing story. It's like a conquering story, like a revolutionary story. But it was pretty much embarrassing later on when I grew up and came to really understand the fact that my skirt fell off in front of the whole church. So in short, anybody that was in that church that day, so my panty. I'm a grown girl now. No longer a baby. I'm not dropping clothes anymore. I know how to. Shona. Whatever that is called in English. Seal? Whatever you want to call it. But straight up to I was in music class. So I did music and I was in choir. So I was around Form 2 or something. I was in Form 2 and apparently the teacher thought I really had a good alto. I was a female alto, which is the deepest female voice, and I was literally like an alto too, which is like the deepest of a female alto. And so there was this chick who was like, I think in Form 3 or something, and I wouldn't say her name, and we were given a duet to do together, and the duet was a Pocahontas song. It was the cartoon Pocahontas, and I can't remember the name, but it went like, you think you won't know what's land you land on. Life is just a grain and you can bear. But I know every land and sea creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. How hide and sycamore grow. If you cut it down, you'll never know. Something like that. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. We were given the duet. And we were like, we're supposed to do a duet, present a duet in the music festivals. So we practiced, but the crazy thing is we didn't practice together. We practiced separately, like we practiced individually. So she used to practice her own her soprano part. I used to practice my alto part alone. And so I had never performed in front of a stage, like, you know, like just the two of us or like two people alone. I had never done that. In primary school, I did go for the drama festivals, like from zonals, district, and everything. But you see, we were a group, you know, we were a group, and we're not many, but we were a group, and we would all sing the same thing, and we were all and everything. But this was like just two of us in front of a stage full of high school boys and girls from all different type of schools, and I'm not gonna mention the schools because if I say the schools, you're literally just gonna know which area. But yeah, and so we practiced, and the day was here, and we drove from our school to another school. I'm not gonna say the name of, and we drove to there, and our names were called out. So they were like, SEK girls, you know, come through, and we entered the place, and I was so tensed. And as I walked in and I looked at the judges, and they were all just fierce with specs and just, you know, dropping specs like this, you know, just looking like this rough, bad, tough people that are gonna kill me. We stood in front of them, and you know, they used to ring a bell, and so they were like, cling, cling, so we were supposed to start. And she had the leading role. She the one that started the song, so she started singing her part, and I was supposed to join in somewhere. I think around like the second verse, I was supposed to join in. But guess what? Yeah, girl, this one, I literally fretted. I was so afraid. I was shaking like a leaf in the storm. Literally, I was so scared. I was so afraid. And I tried to remember the things that I had learned. Like, I tried to remember the what's like what I'm supposed to start with, like the tone I'm supposed to start with. I tried to remember my lines. Everything disappeared, from like the harmony of the song to melody, everything, the words, the lyrics of the song, they disappeared. And I just like literally murmured through the whole performance as all these people were staring at me, all these boys and girls. And it was like, I wasn't even worried about the adjudicators. I was like, the hell, whatever. I was just like, if they were just there alone, I would have not really thought it was a big deal. I'd be like, okay, I failed, fine, good. But the crazy thing was, she kept singing and we kept singing as I even messed up more and more. And as we left there, she was so angry at me. That girl was angry at me. I could bet right now that that girl is still angry at me because of that performance. She never talked to me from that day, and for like a whole, I think like almost like a whole year, she didn't talk to me. Like literally avoided. Like she didn't. Like she was mad, angry at me, and I cried so much, and I cried like a baby. I cried like a baby. The minute I walked up that stage, I was crying like. I was literally crying like a baby, and my friends were like, "No, it's fine. Yeah, do these things happen. You're not doing perfect." And she was so mad at me. It was just crazy. It was crazy. Like that was like such an embarrassing moment for me, and I felt so bad because like I let her down. But again, at the same time, I felt like she was so immature not to like talk to me. Like I was scared. What did you expect? If you have the whole confidence in the world, everyone doesn't have it. No, we don't all operate the same. So I feel like she was pretty much immature of her to like not talk to me. Like I don't bear grudges. I don't carry people around. So I didn't really get the point of her not talking to me or avoiding contact and until she finished school. So I was like the happiest people in the world when she finished school. I was like, good, she gone, yeah. But it was, it was crazy. I just didn't know, it was kind of crazy and upset and everything. So yeah, it was really an embarrassing thing. But I feel like this embarrassing moments, like they really shape us, like they really make us um I'm no longer okay. I get anxious if I'm performing a song somewhere or anything. I usually get anxious, even if it's literally in front of my parents. I get scared a little bit, but I still go on. I still keep on, and I think there's just moments that the embarrassing moments that build us, like they shape us into who we actually turn out to be. So I'm not really ashamed of embarrassing moments. I have many more, and I'm not ashamed of them at all. I feel like they've contributed so much into making me the person that I am today, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm awesome. I'm great. Not bragging or anything. Neither am I full of myself. But I'm content with me. I'm content with who I am. And so I feel like the embarrassing moments were not really that bad. And to anyone I might have embarrassed or anything, and to the girl that I let down, I'm not gonna apologize again because I already did that. I'm just gonna say it's life. People fail. People lose. Done. And after you lose, after you fail, you get through that phase and you move on with life, and you don't get angry at people because they were scared of singing in front of stage. You don't do that. You don't do that. You forgive and forget. Mostly forgiving and forgetting. So guys, yep, those are my 3 embarrassing stories. I know they're pretty much not many, but there are many more. But if I was to share them, we would basically spend the whole night shooting this video, and it is pretty much late. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you comment down below and tell me some of your embarrassing like stories. Like what was like the most embarrassing like you've had to endure, like share it, drop it down in the comments below. Yep, and I'll appreciate that so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you like this post, make sure you comment, make sure you share with your friends. If you love my videos, make sure you share them as much as you can, and your support will be highly appreciated. Don't forget to check out the links down below of all my socials, my website, and my latest post, which is such a great poem that I just wrote on Wednesdays. I have a segment called Wanji's Poetry where I drop my poetry stuff. So it's really a great poem. It's about being broken, and it was inspired by so many things in life that have happened that I felt like I have broken me have shattered me and have broken me, but and stuff like that. So make sure you check it out. Yep, and that is all I have for today, and thank you so much for checking out my video, and thank you so much and much love to my 40 subscribers. I love you all. I appreciate you all. 40 people are many people. 40 people cannot fill this room. Well, they can, but they would literally squeeze each other. So 40 people, great people. Thank you so much, gems. I love you all. Make sure you take care of yourself, and God loves you more than I do. Of course, God loves you more than I do. So thank you so much. Bye.